Hello everyone, welcome to K-Pop Queen for your non-daily reactions to all things K-Pop. Okay, I finally have another drama shop talk for y'all. Sorry, it's been so long, hasn't it, since I talked about a drama. But I'm gonna talk about one that I love so much. This really changed my life. I remember watching it when I was a sophomore in college. I broke my cardinal rule. Guys, don't break the rules that you set for yourself because you're setting yourself up for failure. Let me tell you something. I watched this drama when I was in school, which I don't do. I had told myself, because I used to watch dramas when I was in high school and I wasn't studying then. So what made me think I was going to study in college doing the same shit? I don't know. But I had told myself, I said, bitch, you can't be like you was when you were in high school. You can't be watching these dramas. College is no joke. High school, whatever, you'll be fine. But college, come on. This is a little expensive, don't play these games. And I played these games and I did terrible that semester. So I don't watch dramas when I'm in school on purpose, and I had to learn my lesson the hard way. I was watching this drama. It is just so phenomenal. I love this drama. Watched it when it had aired. So it aired 2013 to 2014, and I watched it in 2014. That's spring semester. So I had all the episodes been out and I was watching or whatever. Basically it stars Kim Soo-hyun, who we know. I mean, he's super famous. He just did It's Okay to Not Be Okay, which was so hot. So here's another hot drama for him. Here's another hot moment for him. And it also stars Jun Ji-yeon, who is an A-list top tier actress. I feel like when they talk about her, she's like a star to celebrities. Do you know what I mean? She is huge. And this is actually her return to dramas after 14 years or something like that, not being in dramas. So having these two hot stars and then having this amazing story and their amazing chemistry and everything come to life. It's of course, it was absolutely a recipe for success. Of course, it's going to be the most talked about drama. In fact, they still talk about this drama. This is absolutely one of the hottest things to come out of South Korea. And they've made so many remakes in different countries. It's such a hot drama. Like I said, stars Kim Soo-hyun. He plays our male lead, Do Min-jun. And so basically for him, he had done Dream High, which was really popular. Then he did Moon Sun, which was Moon That Embraces the Sun. That's the title, but I always shorten it to Moon Sun. He did that, and that that was another hit drama. And then he had a cameo in Dream High too. And then he did My Love from the Stars. He was literally on the rise. Drama after hot drama after hot. Do you know what I mean? He was the most talked about person, the most talked about actor, and he still is. And I know why. I watched all of those dramas. Okay, I watched all of them, and so I know why he was so talked about. And each one of those characters was so different. Now that I think about it, so it's you could see a wide range. You could see why people are really calling him an A-list actor. He's actually an alien. Okay, so just know that from the beginning, right? He's an alien. He can't age. He looks very young, but because he's an alien, doesn't age. He's 400 years old or something like that. He knows a lot of stuff. He's been on Earth for a long time. Okay, he's been around the world a couple of times. So he's kind of cranky. He's stoic. He's tired of humans and them doing their stupid shit all the time. And he's he sees himself as a superior person, right? He's really interesting, and it's so great to watch him be this really grumpy, almost taciturn, old ass man, and watch him become someone that just opens up, really opens up and falls in love and feels emotions and really almost becomes human, if you will. You really see him turn into this new person or become this new person that you weren't really sure he could be, but obviously someone sort of invokes a change in him. And it's really great to watch. I mean, like I said, he is a phenomenal actor. I mean, phenomenal. The range of this boy, well, I guess I should say this man, he older than me, but this range of this person is insane. And you get to see it in the drama. You get to see him be really funny, really comedic. You get to see him be happy and cute. You also get to see him just be absolutely distraught, absolutely desolate, and just emote. Our female lead is Jun Ji-hyun. She plays Chun Sung-yi, who is this pretty recognizable actress. She was a child actress and she kept acting. That's people really know her, so she's fairly recognizable. People are always looking for her stuff, but she's kind of an airhead, and she's also really stuck up, quite haughty. She doesn't give a fuck. She will literally tell you about yourself in front of you. She doesn't care. at all. It's actually kind of incredible. I'm not gonna lie. She has some of the best lines. She has some really, really like nice comebacks. And like people can't really win against her when it comes to words. But that's sort of like a front. Do you know what I mean? Like she's a person too. Like she can't just keep getting shitted on by all of these people in her life. But she stays strong in front of people. She has a really strong face in front of them. But you know, she's a person. She's a little broken. She has been hit, and she hits rock bottom eventually. Her career just plummets due to so many scandals and like reckless actions from her. So she gets dropped and she begins to realize like who is really with her, who's really on her side. And it's not many people. It's not very many people. But she nevertheless holds herself up high. She's like, I'm kind of at my rock bottom, but I can only go up from here. I know I'm going to make it out of this. I'm going to be fine. Like she's very strong. She's very, very strong. She really has been through a lot in her life. So her story is kind of incredible, actually. So their story is I mean, it's funny. It's really funny. They have different lives. Literally, they're like on different paths, and then all of a sudden they cross paths, and they're kind of stuck there. So you get a lot of antics with them. He at first he's like, I'm not trying to be around this wild woman, but obviously he can't help but like help her, and then eventually fall in love with her. Like she falls for him first, you know, but he's just kind of like, no, I can't be doing this. I don't know, like I'm not interested. But you just kind of watch their relationship as they go from bickering to like, you know, acquaintances to friends to lovers. Like you really see their relationship from like beginning to like end, you know, in the premise of the drama. I mean, you get your romance obviously with this couple. You have like your comedy, you know, with everyone else and the couple as well. There's also obviously something else going on in the background. There is like sort of like a murder mystery of some sorts that happens. There's a lot of different plot points in this story, and I know you're kind of like, oh my gosh, an alien rom-com murder mystery, what the fuck is this, like so much is going on. But that's the dramas, guys. Come on, I don't have to explain this to you. You know that they're gonna make it work. They really do make it work. It's not chaotic. It doesn't feel like a million different storylines at once. Like it really does all work all together very, very nicely. So there is something for someone in this drama. So there's also some really great supporting characters. Yu In-na, who we know from Goblin. She's also she has another drama coming out right now. I mean, she's always working. She's always booked and busy. Okay, so she plays Kim Hye-yoon, who is the best friend to Song-yi, but not really her best friend. It's completely fake. She's very jealous of Song-yi and how she has everything, and how she herself, Hye-yoon, has to be like the secondary character to her. So she's really insecure. She's also in love with the boy that's in love with Song-yi. So it's like, life never gives me anything. In fact, the moment that Song-yi's career goes down, Hye-yoon like gets everything. You know, she was a supporting character, sir. So now she gets to be the lead actress. And she was awful. I remember watching her being like, wow. It is insane what jealousy will do to a person. It is insane what insecurities will do to a person. And you will get to see that happen in this drama. The second male lead, who, you know, never gets the girl, is played by Park Hae-jin, who is in Cheese in a Trap, amongst other things. He plays Lee Hee-kyung, who's in love with Song-yi and will always be with her, you know. They've been childhood friends, that he's always going to be there for her no matter what. Even when she doesn't pick him, he's still there for her. Drama also talks about like the cruel world of entertainment and how like cruel people can be. I mean, we're hitting a lot of different plot points in this one, but I think this one is sort of the one that carries out throughout the entire drama and is really the reason behind, I guess, why the story, you know, gets started, if you will. Like, people can be very cruel. And they will literally throw rocks at you even though you're already down, or even if you're not even doing anything. So you really get to see that play out in this drama as well. Okay, so some of my favorite moments, obviously, spoiler alert. Well, no, because this came out fucking 6 or 7 years ago. So if you haven't seen it, like, go watch it. But I'm gonna talk about it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sorry, that's just how it is. I have to talk about these moments. So, like I said, there are lots of laughs. Like, it is very funny. I think one of the funniest moments that really had me cackling is the E.T. moment. So there's this moment where Sung-yi's brother, he doesn't really know anything about Do Min-jun. Like, he doesn't know that he's an alien and has all these powers and stuff. So there's this moment where he sees Do Min-jun use his powers. Like, he just, like, he teleports them somewhere. He, like, has a water bottle, like, lifted to him. You know, he's doing all these things, right? and the brother is just kind of like amazed. Like he loves Do Min Jun. He's like obsessed with him because they both like astrology, not astrology, astronomy. Oh my god, there's two different things. Astronomy, right? So he's kind of already obsessed with him, but then he sees him doing these spies and he's like, what the fuck, right? And so when Do Min Jun kind of like realizes what's happening and like gets over being drunk in that moment, he's like, hey, can you not tell anyone? Like, can you keep it chill? And the brother's like, don't even worry about it. Your secret is safe with me, okay? It's not a problem. But can we just do something? Like, can we have a moment? And he lifts out his finger like an ET. You see Do Min Jun realize what he wants, and with quiet resignation, he just lifts his finger too, and they have this little ET moment, and it is one of the funniest things. It's like a whole little screen moment. Like, it is so funny. It's later on in the drama. I remember laughing so hard. I remember laughing a lot during this drama. I really do. I also remember crying a lot. I cried a lot. Guys, buckle up. Just buckle the fuck up. Like I said, these two actors are like, I mean, the best in the best. So when they're upset, you're going to be upset. They emote that well. One really heartbreaking moment was when Min Jun, he like gets hit by a car because, you know, he's starting to figure out the murder mystery, basically that, right? He gets hit by a car and he's in a coma and he starts to have a dream, and in the dream it's just him and Song-gi just like being happy, like just holding hands, ice skating, cuddling, just having normal coupley moments. And it's in that moment that he kind of realizes, like, well, he knew it, but he says it out loud, like, I want to be with her, I don't want to leave her, right? And when he says that, he's like, I mean, can't I just be happy with her? You know, can't I just spend these little moments with her? And he starts to cry. And let me tell you something. This is probably the gif you've seen the most, or the picture you've seen the most of Kim Soo-hyun crying. He's in like a black sweater. He's like black hair, little side swept. It's him crying because of him realizing that, like, how much he's in love with this woman and how he doesn't want to leave her. Another moment that really had me in fucking tears is at the end of the drama. Basically because he's an alien, like, he can't stay on Earth. You know what I mean? So he and Song-yi are spending their last moments together. He can feel like his spaceship from his planet coming back, and he's like, oh, I kind of have to go. I don't know how to say goodbye. I don't know what to do. I don't want to leave. So they're like wishing like on a star. They're just talking on their balconies, and as he realizes that like he has to leave, he's not gonna be able to stay much longer, he starts to say, hey, no kiss scenes, no intense passionate dramas, don't wear any revealing clothing, make sure you eat, don't be lonely. Like, he says all these things, and she's realizing like, oh, he's about to leave, but she doesn't look at him. She can't look at him. She's like, oh fuck, he's really about to leave. I don't know what to do. So she keeps her eyes closed and she keeps wishing, like she's like wishing on a star. And he says all these things, and then right at the last moment, he like disappears, you know, gets on his spaceship pretty much and leaves Earth. And she looks at the balcony and realizes that he's no longer there, and she's just like, she breaks down into tears pretty much, right? Like, she is in love with this man, and he loves her too. Like, there's not a question. They both love each other, but she was in love with this man. Like I said, she was so hurt. So many people kept shitting on her, and here was like one person, one bit of comfort around her that she really needed in her life. So it was hard for her. Fast forward to 3 years. Guys, I'm getting teary again. Listen. Fast forward to 3 years. Now, when I saw that fast forward, I screamed. I was like, 3 years! But they fast forward to 3 years. She's like back being an actress. You know, the scandals have rolled over. Like, she's a top star again. She's on the red carpet for a movie or something. She looks really nice. People are taking her picture, and time stops, and she's just kind of like, what's going on? And then Do Min Jun comes through the crowd and walks through the crowd up to the red carpet, and she's frozen. She hasn't seen him in so long. She's like, is this a dream? Are you really in front of me? And he's like, yes, this is really me. It's me, Do Min Jun. And then they kiss, and then time like comes back again, and everyone's taking all these pictures because obviously they're on the red carpet, and everyone's like, what's going on? Where did this man come from? So they're having this really passionate kiss, and then he disappears again. Basically, he's trying to figure out a way to get to Earth from his planet without needing like the spaceship. Like, he's been trying to figure out a way to get back to her all these years, and it has been easy, but he's figured it out, right? So he'll like disappear and then he'll come back. And so he disappeared, and she was just like, he was really in front of me. And then he comes back, obviously, and you know, he manages to figure out a way to stay on Earth for long periods of time, for as long as possible, and then they're together. And And the end of the drama. And she's like, whenever he disappears, I don't have to worry. I don't have to cry. I know that he's going to be right back. He's going to be finding his way back to me. And the drama ends with her like alone in her apartment because obviously he had to disappear. And then she wakes up in the morning in his arms. In his arms. And he's like, I'm back home. Another moment that was way too much. You already know what I'm going to say. The fairy of 15 seconds. When I tell you that I rewinded that clip a million times, because it's like at the end of the episode, I watched it a million times and I screamed every single time because I couldn't believe my eyes. I was like, how do you write this shit? The fairy of 15 seconds. Let me explain this to you. Seongyi and Minjun, they're in her apartment. You know, they're close at this point. And she likes him at this point as well. And she's like, she also thinks that like every man wants her. Like she's that type of like person, right? She's like, oh, everyone wants me. Like I'm that hot girl, right? So, so she's kind of talking about this. And Minjin was looking at her like, okay, sure, right? And she's like, no, really, I'm the fairy of 15 seconds. It'll only take 15 seconds for you to fall in love with me. So she sets the timer. She's like, okay, are you ready? He's like, yeah, sure, whatever, all right. And she just looks at him for 15 seconds. And you see, it's like they do a split screen, which is so smart. You can see her doing these like little looks, sort of smiling, like looking at him, like doing these little winks and stuff. And you see the timer slowly go down and it's like 8, 7. And you can see in his face, he's kind of like, wait. Wait a minute. You can see in the 15 seconds, he really does fall for her. And at the last second, he kisses her. When I tell you I jumped, bitch, because she wasn't really expecting that. She was just like, oh, you know, whatever. He's just gonna think I'm like cute and maybe he'll fall for me. But like, she wasn't even ready for him to kiss her. So it was kind of like a surprise for both of them, honestly. But like, it worked. I love that. Watch Fairy of 15 Seconds on YouTube. Just watch it. It's so fucking good. Actually, if you plan on watching the drama, well, it's too late. I already told you. Who cares? It is peak romance. It is peak rom-com for your girl. As you can tell as I talk about this, I genuinely love this drama, and I think you guys will love it too. Wow, I am getting a little teary-eyed. I don't know why. Maybe I'll watch it again. Actually, maybe not. I don't want to put myself through that. Listen, definitely watch this drama. I recommend it. Hopefully you guys will. If you have already, please comment below and tell me what you guys thought about it. You know, your favorite moments. There are so many that I didn't talk about. Honest to God. There's like a moment every episode. Seriously, it's that entertaining. So, comment below, tell me what you guys think, and I'll be back with another Drama Shop Talk. Bye, guys.